What I see moving forward is to not have to go to the auction ever again. That's my goal.
Park Marina Motors, based in Redding, California, used to rely entirely on auctions, chasing inventory, paying too much, and never quite getting it right. Then they made a shift. With VettX, owner Brenna Stansberry moved into private party acquisition, building a smarter, more consistent pipeline of cars.
You could tell a big difference, the condition of the car. When I was over there at the auctions, looked kind of bad, misused, wasn't as nice, didn't look like it was treated well.
Using VettX's recruiting program, she hired a full-time buyer to scale the operation.
This new experience with the buyer has just changed everything for me dramatically. If it wasn't for him buying cars, our lot would be empty right now. Literally empty. It's crazy to me how well it has worked so quickly, like crazy. I can't do it anymore. We go to the auction and we are competing against Carvana and CarMax, and they've definitely got deeper pockets than we do.
Carvana just outbidding everybody. Like, we were there for a few hours and we just couldn't do anything.
We're at the auction, I kind of feel like we get stuck.
Now they're on pace to acquire 18 cars a month with a clear goal in sight: to replace the auction entirely and take full control of their inventory.
Acquiring vehicles from private party has definitely been a positive experience for us.
My name is Melvin Hernandez. I've been working here, work at Park Marina. It's only been 5 months. I'm just their car buyer. That's what they call me, car acquisition, to be more professional.
You know what I'm seeing in the vehicle acquisition part of running a car dealership is that we are competing with the big boys. We go to the auction and we are competing against Carvana and CarMax, and definitely got deeper pockets than we do.
Carvana just outbidding everybody. Like, we were there for a few hours and we just couldn't do anything because they just have deeper pockets, I guess. I don't know.
Used to go to the auction, there was 3,000 cars. Now you go to the auction, you're lucky if there's 1,000 to choose from. And then what hits our list is a lot smaller than that, maybe 20 or 30 cars out of that. And so what we're seeing is the lack of inventory that's available to purchase, and then the competition to buy it is fierce.
It just didn't really make sense, even just taking the trip down to the auction,
You got to really be careful with how much you're paying for it, because not only do you pay a certain price for that vehicle, then you also get to pay a substantial buy fee. And on top of that, for us, because we're 2.5 hours away, we pay a pretty good chunk for transport. So you start adding all that up, and the time that you have to spend to go to the auction, we're just seeing that staying local and working on acquiring vehicles from private party has definitely been a positive experience for us.
I don't know, being at the auctions yesterday and seeing the cars that I'd bought in over these last few months, you could tell a big difference in the condition of the car. The cars, when I was over there at the auctions, look, I don't know, kind of bad, misused, wasn't as nice, didn't look like it was treated well compared to the cars that I buy from, private sellers.
So we're seeing vehicles that are so much cleaner than what we get at the auction. We've always joked about all the cars at the auction are the ones nobody wants.
Yeah.
And so we're able to pick and choose a little bit better car. A one owner clean Carfax at the auction is going to bring all the money, where here we might be able to get it behind, back a book a couple grand, put our recon into it, put it on the lot, and, make a really good profit off of that. So it definitely makes a huge difference. I mean, we make mistakes. We've bought some cars off the street that haven't been winners, but it hasn't been since we hired a buyer. It's been a pretty good experience so far.
It was nice here since it's like a smaller dealership. Brenna's been able to help me out a lot with like the car side of things, like what to look for, what she doesn't like. It literally only took me like 2 months to kind of get a feel for like the whole car world,
I really didn't think that we had the capacity to hire a buyer that strictly bought vehicles off the street. That's all he did. Through a lot of convincing from VettX. VettX did all of the vetting, no pun intended, interviewed several applicants for the position. And once they had settled on somebody, they brought him to me. I did some interviewing with them, interviewed him with my sales manager, and just thought, why not? We'll give it a shot. One good car deal will pay for it. We'll give it a shot. In his first full month working here, he bought 11 cars. Second month, 11 cars. Third month, 11 cars. Is on track to buy 18 cars this month. It's crazy to me how well it has worked so quickly. Like crazy. I can't do it anymore. I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of stuff, and I do enjoy the buying part of it. But having somebody that concentrates and that's all they do has just been amazing.
When I first started, because I started back in mid-November, I was kind of skeptical about the whole role. I was skeptical. I didn't really know VettX. Obviously, I didn't know the car scene. And, Brennan did, a good job in helping me, and same with Cameron and some other guys through VettX, kind of coaching me. But I was just confused on what VettX was, right? I was like, what's even the point of all this, right? We could... some people, you could just go on Facebook yourself and just find the cars and reach out to them. Why do we need this, right? Because in the beginning, it took me a while to get some customers. It took me a while, almost, what was it, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to even get my first deal or get someone to agree on the price, right? But once that ball, started rolling, it just kind of never stops. As long as you keep up with the customers and the cars that you're working, and just slowly but surely, whether it takes a month, 70 days to close them, because I've had a customer I worked for almost 78 days, and they finally gave up, and then they agreed on the price, right? But that's what I didn't know when I first started, because I didn't have the pipeline. By December, I kind of saw what VettX was. It's just having everything organized. You're able to keep track of everything. That's kind of what made my job easier, and why I saw VettX is, why VettX is a thing,
What's been interesting with VettX is, unlike other vendors that I've dealt with in the past, if I need help, they help me. If I need more training, they train me. If my buyer needs more training, they train him. I don't see the same reaction or response that I get from some of my other vendors, where they're just too busy, they don't have time. I think that VettX really wants to fill the needs that I have as a client, and that's super important to me. They're there. I have a question, they answer it. If they don't know it, they find somebody, they answer it. So it's been a really good experience.
This month, I'm already at 10. And it hasn't even been, we still have the second half of the month. We have a few more lined up for this week.
I'm super excited. I know he's going to hit 16 to 19 this month, and then the next goal is 20.
It's slowly growing. That's kind of what I like about it, is that the more customers I have in the works, the more I have for the next month. You just kind of, it's like compounding. That's what it feels like.
It's crazy how fast some of these cars move. Now, I'm pretty picky as far as what we buy, because right now this is considered a secondary buy. But if it wasn't for him buying cars, our lot would be empty right now, literally empty. And we're tracking everything. We're tracking the day he buys it, the day we sell it, what we buy it for, what our reconditioning is. I would say 90% of the time our reconditioning is way less than the cars that we get at the auction. Way better maintained vehicles. And we do get to pick and choose. Where at the auction, I kind of feel like we get stuck. It's that's what's there, that's what we have to buy. This new experience with a buyer has just changed everything for me dramatically.
They should definitely try it out and give it a shot, as long as they'll be willing to do consistent work. 'Cause that's all it really takes to do, be good in this job. It's just consistency. It's consistency and following up. And then, you make good money doing it. So I tell them to definitely take the job.
What I see moving forward is to not have to go to the auction ever again. That's my goal. Whether we can do that, we're in a small area. We don't have, 100 cars hitting our fresh every day. We just don't. We have a lot less to choose from. So we have to be a lot more methodical. We have to be a lot more patient. But what I would like to see is to not have to buy cars at the auction, is to buy every car that we have on our lot from private party. That's really what I would like to see. And to be able to have my other buyer focus on other things, I think that would be awesome.